to the show. Hey, welcome to another episode of Moniacs. I'm doing a separate episode because now I know the last one was a separate episode, but Mom's not here and I get to cover these topics while she's not here. So I am going to show y'all a little bit of what I've been following lately with the video games and TV shows I've been watching. So I'm gonna have a couple reviews and a little bit of some video game news in here. Also some recommendations as well for people who like that type of content. I like lately it's just been a lot of adult cartoons and stuff, and I don't know, I'm getting excited for a lot of stuff. Like anime wise, I'm not going to focus on anime. I'm going to do that in another episode because I'm waiting on certain things to align. I'm waiting for stars to align. When I say that, I mean I've been watching Bleach in preparation for more Bleach. Still wouldn't do that for One Piece. But besides that, what I'm going to talk about today is what I learned from Tuca and Birdie. That was a surprisingly deep show, and I saw why the hype was so behind it now. Also, the Midnight Gospel, yeah, I recommend that immediately. The Midnight Gospel is absolutely amazing. One of the coolest. I don't think anybody's ever animated a podcast before, and so yeah, that's a very interesting show. I'm going to talk about the PS5 and some of the exclusives they have coming out for it. I'm a Microsoft man. I grew up on Microsoft. I grew up on Sega technically, but Microsoft, yeah, that was the main choice. And also, I'm going to talk about what does Microsoft have in store, because Sony came kind of quick and it came at their neck. I was excited to see things moving forward with the gaming community in general, because this year has been man. I will start out with this because I haven't gotten to talk about sports in the previous one. I didn't talk about anything but myself in the previous one. But why are the numbers still spiking, guys? All these sports teams, man. I was I was looking forward to being able to at least watch something, even if it was baseball, man. And I'm not a big baseball fan. I was going to do a podcast with some friends before, and I think I'm going to still do that in the future. You know, we would have been able to cover stuff like baseball at the very least. And then the NBA. LeBron, I'm going to be real honest with you. I love you and everything that you're doing right now with the protests and stuff, how you feel with everything. I'm uncomfortable with the season starting back up again, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know how I feel about this, but it's something that bugs me, because it's like, if one of my favorite players end up getting corona, bro, it's pretty much game. But the numbers are still spiking, and we can see this happening everywhere. So a question comes to mind: Do we just go back to lockdown? What do we do? Like, what do we do with this situation? Honestly, I'm thinking, yeah, let's just call it a whole year. Just call it a year, and wait so that everybody's healthy, man. I don't want to see anybody get sick over trying to get a W. That's all I'm saying. I don't think we need it right now. I know the season's not even over. We didn't even get a chance to finish it, but I highly recommend we don't do that. Plus, I don't know. There's a lot going on with this, so it's like there's the question still comes to mind. What do we do then? It's like we're gonna have to figure something out, which is why I'm covering these other topics today. But I just wanted to stop, in on this topic, and really kind of like figure out what are the actions that go behind making these decisions, and what do we do if that's not the best decision. Better yet, what do we do if the decision is agreed with and followed through and it backfires? So that's the first topic. I'm going to let y'all sit on that for a few minutes. Gotta check something out real quick. So yeah, play that music. Yeah, I need that Alright, what's good, y'all? So, I'm starting this next segment off with the reviews, starting with Tuka and Birdie. Now, the reason why I chose to watch this was because you got Tiffany Haddish as Tuka, so off rip, I know that it was about to be funny. Then Ali Wong as Birdie. Those are the two, main protags, the main people of the show. That's supposed to be Tuka and Birdie. Tiffany being Tuka, and then Ali being Birdie. So I went into this show blind, and I went into it because it's like, why is it so hyped up? Like, I watched people review about Tuka and Birdie. I've seen people outraged about the fact that they took it off Netflix. I saw people rejoice when they said they were about to have a second season. I'm like, what is the hype about this show? Now, I took the chance, watched the first episode, and the first thing I see in the opening credits is it's hard to explain this because this is literally what it is. It's a building with titties shaking around. I don't know how to describe that, like, without it not being. It's literally bouncing breast on a building. And there's multiple buildings like this building. I don't understand what. And for the show being so vulgar, because it was vulgar outright. Of course, Tuka being Tiffany, doing most of the weird punchlines and the goofy stuff. And Birdie being the more civilized, consistent job having, Good girl. I guess, I don't know. I guess that's the best way to describe her. You could definitely tell that, they were two polar opposites, but they came together and made the show amazing. What is amazing, even further beyond that, is that the show actually gets kind of deep. I won't go too far into details about certain things, because it's like I don't want to spoil anything. I want y'all to watch. I recommend this because it was actually pretty good. But with it being so, it's hard to describe it because I didn't write a script for this one specifically, because I know it's like I didn't want to say I would have messed it up for everybody else if I had wrote a script for this review. The topics that it covers, and the fact that it's written, I'm pretty sure it's written from a woman's perspective. I think that the head writer is a female writer, and so you get to dive into that, both of these birds' worlds, and see how they operate, and see how their relationship has developed over their years that we didn't get to see before. I will say Tuka, she was actually just off of alcohol. She was actually cutting it out of her life completely, and she says that immediately to start off the show and everything else. It's like, damn, like that's so. It's like immediately you see people taking leaps. Like, damn, like what was she like before? And so, yeah, it was a great show to not only watch but indulge in, because you get to see sides of these birds you never would have seen if it had been done a different way. And the humor is it's that sporadic type of funny, like it hits you in the stomach before you realize it, and then by the time you laugh and you have no air. So yeah, it's one of those types of shows, but I like it for that reason. It's definitely cool. I'm glad that they're bringing a second season to Adult Swim, because not only will they get more money, I'm like, that's what y'all was complaining about. Like, Netflix ain't want to pay them when it was a good show. It's like Netflix is messing up. They screwing up there. But I'm glad that they are going to have a second season. I'm glad that they're going to continue the show, and I definitely recommend this one. But the next one, I think it tops it by just enough. It's just enough to top it. The Midnight Gospel. Now, I believe the Midnight Gospel was literally being animated by the same guys that did Adventure Time, Pendleton Ward. And what they did was they got Duncan Trussell, and they said, dude, do you want to have a cartoon? And literally he said, what do I need to do? And they just said, just do your episodes. We'll add the voice lines later. We'll add all this stuff later, but just do the episode and just vibe. Just don't do anything else but yourself. And they got it perfectly. Duncan Trussell was definitely a good choice for this show, because what the Midnight Gospel is literally a podcast that has been animated. Duncan plays as this space caster that shows his little space cast to all the planets around the galaxy and stuff. Goes into this planet simulator that shoots him into a world. He meets a person, and that person that he meets, he interviews, and the elaborate animation and storytelling behind the podcast are unreal. Like, oh my goodness, this show, they did a great job because it is extremely trippy to look at, but it's really beautiful. Not only that, the podcasts are so pure. And it's like, dude, how did y'all come up with this? And it doesn't help that Pendleton Ward is already doing, the Adventure Time, extra adventures and stuff. He's starting out with BMO on HBO Max soon. That's going to be cool. I'm glad that they're doing more stuff with Adventure Time. And I think it's going to be a little more explicit as well. I don't know why, but I trust it will. But this Cartoon Network will never know. But they absolutely hit this out of the park. Oh, man. And it's so nonchalant how they do every single cast. And the topics dive deep into a lot of stuff like spirituality, death, life, meditation, and just all of that. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And the attention to detail, which Pendleton Ward has always been magnificent with, is just magnificent. I don't know how else to describe it, man. It's just fire. It's fire. It's a good show. It's something that kind of takes you away for a second, because it's unsuspecting. It's like, oh, Pendleton Ward, Adventure Time, it's gonna be one of those goofy shows. It's like, nope. This is the exact opposite and the same at the same time. Now, that's weird because it's like, how can it be two things at once? I recommend this show, and you should watch it and figure out why. Definitely figure out why. It's absolutely magnificent. The next one I want to probably do is going to be on F is for Family and or BoJack Horseman. I have to binge BoJack again just because it's going to take a while. Eventually, once I'm done with Bleach, I'm going to give a full review. I've been watching it over the past 3 months. And so I'm getting prepared for when they finally, because I'm pretty sure they've already been doing the 1,000-Year War manga and it's continued thus far. So when they actually do the 1,000-Year War arc and animate that, I'm going to give that content to you. Now, I am going to take another break. Have to figure out where the John is. Yes, that music right there. That's what I need. Thank you. Oh, this is the next part. This is tough for me, because, as I said before, I'm a Microsoft man. That was where I came up from, when the online gameplay really began to take off. So I've stuck with it since the 360. Now, I used to have a GameCube. Don't get me wrong. I started with the GameCube for real. And, the first game system I actually touched was a Sega. Shout out to Sonic the Hedgehog. That's my favorite video game patriarch. But regardless, Sony, they finally, oh Jesus, oh my God, they finally dropped all of the stuff that they could for their event. They revealed the PS5, which looks like a weird ass spaceship from Space Invaders, but it looked cool still. I'm not gonna cap. The shit looks nice. And on top of that, they have a digital and a disc version, so that I'm pretty sure it's backwards compatible to PS4, 3, 2, and 1. So it's pretty strong. It's strong. I'm scared, bruh, because it's said to be faster than the Xbox Series X, which I feel like that's cap as well, only because when we got, the initial reveal of the Series X, they was basically saying, yeah, it's way stronger. Oh my God, the amount of terabytes you can fit in that thing, it's ridiculous. Well, it's a mini fridge, but at the same time, it's like, it's a spaceship going against a mini fridge. The spaceship happens to have all the cool stuff, but I think the mini fridge holds all the power. That's literally the differences we're getting here. But what I did notice is that the controller for the PS5 looks a little different. I will say that. The Unreal Engine on that thing looks extremely pristine, like the highest quality. Like, you would think that you could go up to the screen and touch the person that they made. That's what Microsoft is fighting against. They fighting against actual people. And then, oh man, the exclusives alone. My God, let's just take a quick look at all the exclusives. We have 71 games. Okay, so off rip, Ratchet and Clank. Oh my God, that ripped apart. And people have been waiting for that for a long time. Why did it look so good? It looked so good. Demon Souls, which is, I think, supposed to be like where Dark Souls originated from. Do not quote me on that. I might be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure that's what they were saying prior to. So it's meant to be just as hard, if not harder, and it's probably gonna look way better, and it's probably gonna play way better, way smoother. There's probably gonna be just as much, if not more, raging, but you're gonna look good raging. I'm scared, bruh. Microsoft, help. Come on. The Horizon Forbidden West. That looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm nothing but shocked by what they did with that. And here's the one I know people are going to be talking about the most. Who did my man Miles Morales correct? Who did him correct? Somebody literally took the time to give this nigga a haircut. The Spider-Man Miles Morales. Now, people are like, yeah, it's DC. DLC, my bad, not DC. That's kind of disrespectful. But they're like, yeah, it's just DLC made to look way better. It's like, dude, obviously you don't see the disrespect they did to my man's fade in the previous game. They made Miles Morales look like just some random kid off the streets, which wouldn't that be the intention, right? It's Spider-Man. No, nigga, give him a fade. They went out of the way to give this man a fade, make him look like the Superman we've always wanted in a video game. And to top it off, I don't even think we got to see gameplay, but it's looking good, y'all. Do you see where my fears are at? Do you see why I'm like, come on? But never mind, Miles. Let's push him to the side for right now. Your fade is still nice, my dude. But the 2K21, that trailer, you can see Zion's sweat beads so detailed that with every drop, it's like water. On top of that, oh my goodness, it looks so, and it's like, you would think with every single 2K game, it's like, we've seen it all. We have not, and it continues to keep on going. Resident Evil Village, basically Resident Evil 8, that looks pretty cool. Looks like it has potential. Don't get me started on The Last of Us Part 2. I've been keeping up with that. I want to get it soon, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Because I never played 1. That's why I need to. But you see, this stall starts to add up over time, and we've only seen a few things from Microsoft. But here's why I'm not too scared, just kind of flustered. Microsoft has their chance to not only secure a foundation into this next generation of consoles, but to possibly get all the attention back that was negatively put on them, or taken away from them. It's like, we have a chance with Microsoft to be in a better spot than we were before. I'm confident enough because we haven't seen Halo 5. Yeah, we got Assassin's Creed, but it's kind of, it hasn't fallen off, obviously, but it's like it hasn't really been the same as the recent since 3. Since Ezio Auditore, the OG, it hasn't been the same. But we still have other exclusives that we have yet to see. And it happens like this every time. It only takes that one exclusive beyond Halo. And we gonna get Halo regardless. But it always takes that one exclusive. And it's only one. Because it's like they have a bunch of third-party game creators. And so it's like that one exclusive is gonna really carry it. But y'all gotta hit Sony where it hurts, man. It's gonna take a lot. It's like we've seen the specs, we've seen the hardware, we've seen all of the data. We have yet to see what that mug can do. I need y'all to show out for us. This and I'm excited because it's like anything can happen with what's gonna happen in July, and since the gaming world is still pushing forward, even with the update. I'm recording this on Tuesday, the 23rd of June. So yeah, Apex, they just updated, have an event going on. I want to see that game. I want to see Apex and Call of Duty Warzone and even Fortnite on the next gen console, because that's going to carry over with the competitive world of esports. Esports are still a thing. Now, you may not consider it a sport, but we can watch that stuff. We can still indulge in that stuff and be straight, honestly, if you're a gamer at least. So it's like, I want to see what all those battle royale games are going to do and how they're going to adjust and adapt to that next generation of consoles. Or what the next one might be, or what the next big thing might be. Because, we had a nice little time where battle royale games were big. So I want to see what they're going to do. I'm going to take another quick break and then I'm going to end the show. Oh man. Oh, my bad. Yeah, that was, mom was at the door. But yeah, man, I've enjoyed talking to you about these video games and stuff, giving these reviews on these TV shows, and even debating whether or not we should have an NBA season this year. I wanted to end with a word of the day. I haven't done that in a minute. Now, the reason I chose pain is because this has been a very painful year for everybody. So why not elaborate on that? So pain is physical suffering or discomfort caused by illness or injury. Careful effort, great care, or trouble. Or pain is to cause mental or physical pain to a person. And there's a lot of 2020 has been painful as fuck. There's no denying it, and there's no getting around it. But I think what the best thing to do is acknowledge that pain and to truly, take it in, remember what it feels like, and move forward. If it hurts too much, don't push yourself too far. But get that feeling. Remember it. Remember what it felt like. Remember what it looks like. Remember what it even sounds like. And move forward. And try to remember that pain as you move forward. Look at it once you're on the other side of this year. Look at it on the other side of 2020. 2021 might be even worse, but if you remember where you were when you were here, there, anywhere in 2020, whether you're hurting, or you were in pain, you were in trouble, remember that feeling and look back when you haven't looked back for a while. When that pain has not only been engineered, but, self-taught. When it becomes second nature. When that pain, there's no longer pain anymore when you're on the other side of all of this bullshit that's happening. I want you to remember it, because you will cry or you will break down, not because it was so painful, but because you did that shit, man. Because you did that shit, girl. You made it. You made it out alive. You have a story to tell. Somebody's gonna need this one day. I don't know who it will be, but remember that pain and don't let go of that feeling even after you're gone. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Millennials. I love you all, my Xers, my millennials, my eyes, the eyes. We've never seen our eyes. Sorry, that was a Midnight Gospel reference. You'll see it once you watch it. But thank you for tuning in. This has been another episode of Millennials. Y'all have a blessed